Hello, it's Matt and welcome to Collaboration Coach. This is the third part of our radar special on the Microsoft Ignite conference that happened earlier this month. In this video, we're going to cover all the new features that were announced for SharePoint, OneDrive, and Lists. Earlier this year, Microsoft enabled editing SharePoint pages inside of the Teams app. Now they're taking that further and allowing us to create them there too. We'll be able to create, edit, and view our SharePoint site pages. So the whole page creation workflow can be managed from inside of Teams. You might know that you can create Teams and SharePoint sites from templates. Each has its own set of great templates that will create resources like channels and apps in Teams, libraries, lists, and even change the look and feel in SharePoint sites. A new feature called Connected Templates is going to link them. Soon, when we create Teams from a template, the SharePoint site that gets created with Teams will also have a connected template applied, and the SharePoint site will be pinned inside of the new team. Connected templates should be available for everyone from January 2022. This is a huge change for SharePoint. We'll be able to rename our tenant for the first time. The tenant name is chosen when you first sign up for Microsoft 365, and it's what you see in the address for SharePoint and OneDrive. Up until now, it couldn't be changed, and it meant that if you chose badly when you signed up, you were stuck with the name. Now, administrators can change the tenant name using a combination of the Azure portal and PowerShell script. This feature is in public preview and is available now. When you record a Teams meeting, it's saved to OneDrive, and if the meeting is held in a Teams channel, the recording is saved to the SharePoint site connected to the channel. There are some new features coming to OneDrive and SharePoint that will change the way that we watch these videos. It's going to present a video like a file with a table of contents, transcripts, and comments all available in one place. Videos that have transcription will show you who said what and when in a timeline. We'll be able to skip to any part of the meeting that we're interested in and see what was said using the transcript. We'll also be able to view which slides were presented during the meeting with a table of contents. We'll be able to see all the conversation going on during the meeting, and there'll be app mention support. Transcripts and comments should be with us at the end of 2021, and the table of contents should come along in the first half of 2022. Sharing from OneDrive is going to be easier with this new update. When you choose the share button on a file, the window that appears is getting a refresh with some new features. There'll be a drop-down where you can choose the permission you want to give, either edit or view. There'll also be an option to share the link directly to Teams. We'll see a list of who the file has been shared with, and there'll be a link to the Manage Access page so we can get to edit more detailed permissions faster. Quick permissions, shared with, and link settings are available now, and copy link, share to Teams, and Manage Access should be available soon. With the new board view feature, we'll be able to work with list data in a board. The board view will be another way of looking at the same data in your SharePoint lists, and it will allow us to move items from one stage to another. For example, if we're tracking tasks at each stage they're worked on, we'll be able to pick up and drag items from one column to another, much like you can in Planner. Board view for lists should be available for everyone in November. Soon we'll be able to view and create lists from the SharePoint app bar. The app bar is the menu system that runs down the left-hand side of any SharePoint page. Microsoft will add a list button to the bar so we can see our recent and favorite lists at a glance without having to open up the Lists app and find it there. The list button on the SharePoint app bar should show up in January 2022. Lookup columns have been a part of SharePoint forever, and they've allowed us to connect a list to a column from another list in the same site. When columns are connected, they can look up values from other columns and display them. This feature is coming to SharePoint and Microsoft lists, but using the modern look and feel. Modern lookup columns should be available to everyone in November 21. With this feature, when we're working in grid view, there'll be a rich text editor inside the grid. We can click into a text cell in the grid and get a formatting toolbar, including paragraphs, links, and colors. It will also support undo, redo, and keyboard shortcuts. Rich text editing in grid view should be available for everyone in November. And finally, the Microsoft List app is launching on Android. We'll be able to access our favorite and recent lists, create new lists using templates, and view, edit, and organize them all from our phones. And you'll be able to use your camera to scan and upload documents as attachments to your list items. It's in private preview now, and it should be ready for everyone in February 22. Okay, that's my pick of the Ignite announcements for SharePoint, OneDrive, and Lists. Thank you so much for watching this far, and I'll see you next time.